Well, hello lovely. I hope that you are doing well. I would love to be able to talk to you about mullein today. It's a wonderful respiratory herb that could be beneficial for you. So come and hang out a couple minutes while I spill a little bit of wellness tea on this Wednesday about mullein. So, hi, let me know if you're here live or on the replay. Just go ahead and say hello down below, and if you haven't before, let me know where you're watching from. I love to kind of know where people are coming from. So today I want to talk about mullein. So mullein is the common name, but then she also has an official name if you want to be able to find this exact therapeutic one, and it's Verbascum thapsus, and I have it up in the description for the video. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I use mullein for. I have a couple of pictures that I want to be able to show you from a slide deck that I usually teach with, just to show you what the mullein flowers actually look like and how I've actually met mullein in the wild in Colorado. So the leaves themselves with mullein, so they are, they're very, they kind of look like comfrey. They get really, really long and they're very fuzzy. They used to be called cowboy TP, but they have very little hair-like kind of little hair-like things on top of the leaves that aren't necessarily the best to be able to use for toilet paper. So even though it used to be called that, that's one of the names you may hear it by. But the leaves are a wonderful cough remedy. They're great for respiratory disorders, for different chest coughs and pain. You can utilize mullein in a tea, or you can even utilize it in a sinus steam. So if you want to know about how to be able to brew it into a tea, put tea down below, and I'll share a video where I talk about brewing herbal infusions and decoctions. And if you want to know about how to use mullein in a sinus steam, go ahead and type down below sinus steam, and I'll share that video with you as well. So it's an expectorant, mullein. So mullein helps pull things out of the lungs, out of it helps with the cilia and kind of helps move things through and bring things out when you need to be able to release things that may be kind of stagnant in the lungs. It's also a demulcent. So demulcent means that it's going to do a little bit of kind of lubrication as it goes through, a little bit of softening. As it's going to be able to expectorate and pull and move things through. The leaves of mullein are also a mild diuretic, and they can be slightly sedative as well. So it's not just the leaves that you use with mullein. You use all of the aerial parts. So you'll actually be using the flowers as well for different therapeutic reasons. So the flowers are wonderfully astringent. They're anti-inflammatory. They're great in a chest rub or a sinus steam as well. However, when I first think of mullein flowers, I think of ear infections, and I think of making an ear oil. You can actually make an ear oil with just mullein flowers, or you can also use garlic, and then you can be able to use that and put drops within the ear to help with pain and to help with ear infections as well. And then let's see, let me just look at my notes here because I want to be able to, oh yes, great in a sinus steam or a syrup. And then now I want to turn you around and show you on my slides what she actually looks like. So this is in, I believe it's Lathrop State Park, right outside of Walsenburg, Colorado. So this is the mullein top and the flowers that she has. And then actually, if you guys wanted to take a picture, here's kind of one of the slides that I usually use for mullein to be able to share her. And then, so this is how tall she gets. So this is actually a different place in Colorado. This is up on the top of a mountain pass, just on the side of the road, like dry. You wouldn't think anything would be happy here, but look at this mullein. This one would probably be 4 to 5 foot tall, and you can see the leaves kind of go up, and then it turns into the flower stalk itself. And then here is a really tall flower stalk that you can see, and then you can kind of see the hairs there on the mullein as well. And then here's the last picture, I think, that I have of the mullein itself, kind of the base as it comes up with the leaves kind of sprawling out as it gets a little bit taller. Oh, this is the last picture. So this is actually when I was in the Austin School of Herbal Studies. We made mullein joints and we smoked it, and it very much did move and expectorate things out of the body. So that was a lot of fun. So tell me if you've used Mullein before, if you're interested in how to brew it as a tea, just put tea down below. If you're interested in how to use it as a sinus steam, just go ahead and put sinus steam down below. Let me know if you've used Mullein before, if it's been helpful for you, or if you maybe have never heard of Mullein before and this was something new for you. I have a little bit like this, for example, and if you wanted to get yourself some, this is what an ounce of Mullein looks like. So it's actually very light, but you do get a decent amount if you were able to order an ounce or 4 ounces from somewhere. So again, just wanted to be able to share the beauty of Mullein. And the thing is too, is when you're mixing a tea with Mullein, or whenever you are doing a sinus steam, you want to go very slowly when you're putting it into the formulation, as well as when you're stirring it up, when you're bagging it up, because sometimes those little hairs will get out into the air, and I notice like I start feeling like I've been doing fiberglass insulation, you know, so just be very slow when you're stirring up the Mullein, when you're preparing it and kind of transferring it to a different container, because it can kind of get a little bit of those hairs into the air. And be sure to strain your tea very well as well, or they could tickle your throat. But Mullein is a beautiful herb to be able to use as an expectorant. It would be a wonderful addition to different herbal treatments for COVID and for being able to recover and move things through and out of the body. So this is Autumn Schultz, CEO of Autumn's Harvest, and I really wanted to be able to share herbs, health, and healing with you on this wonderful Wellness Wednesday. So I hope that this was helpful, and until next time, guys, I'm going to be here in the apothecary making some medicine and getting some things ready. So love and light. Take care. Bye.